If this is like a thing of beef jerky, I'm gonna be so pissed that I'm driving this far for a thing of beef jerky. Hello, welcome back to another Cruisin' with Corey. We are out here on a Friday morning, just different scenery today. I'm just gonna walk around the parking lot because I'm bored. We're looking for a Spark order and we're not getting them. And there's a lot of people standing around. There's probably like 8 people standing around in the parking lot. So we'll probably not get one of those. But we did just do a survey for $25. Had to take a couple videos inside the protein aisle at Walmart, the protein bars. There's a couple websites I use to get some survey cash. And it's not like the surveys where you answer like 30 minutes of questions for $1.50. You know, these are like kind of like field study type things that I sign up for, so I've actually been doing pretty well on those. But we're not on DoorDash, we don't have a shift, so we're gonna wait for Spark, see if anything else pops up. I'll let you know what I get when I get it, if I get it at all. Guys, listen up. I need your full attention, like your full attention for this. I just took a dotcom order. This is the first dotcom order I've taken in probably 3 years. But I had to take this one. It's not $2 a mile. It's going a little farther than I want, but the cash flow on it, I have no choice. Guys, check out this one. A $90 dotcom for 50 miles. It's 16 stops. The biggest dotcom I've ever taken was like 13, 14 stops. So it's more than I've ever done before. But honestly, for this pay, I mean, it's cash flow. So we're going to do it, and we're going to have a scenic ride today. And I guess I'll let you know how are dotcoms to do in 2025? What's my analysis? We're gonna find out together. I can't believe I just took this one. Okay, get a small batch there, small batch there, small batch there. All of this fun stuff. And over here. A couple of them actually look like grocery runs or something, like non-perishable groceries, but here we go. Let's start our journey. First stop is, well, let's take a track of a couple things. It's 10:25. We're leaving the store now.
Starting route.
20 minutes to our first customer.
Proceed
Let's
to
go.
Colonyville.
Now we're still on our way to the first stop, but I just figured I would just give a little clarification for those who may be watching this who are newer to Spark. A dotcom order, which is what I've taken, is essentially an Amazon Flex route. You know, Amazon Flex, you get a bulk amount of packages, a set amount of pay, no tips, and they estimate it'll take a few hours. Walmart does the same thing. If you order ship from store, essentially what happens is those items will get put into a little pouch. They'll put a sticker on it, the driver gets it. When you get to the store, you scan in all the packages. When you get to the address, you scan the package for verification, you drop it off like any other delivery. So typically over the years, these have gotten longer and cheaper. So I have not taken them, but seeing one that's $90, because let's just think about the justification here. $90 is a ton of money. Now 50 miles is not quite $2 a mile. It's this, whatever that amount is. But then you have to make other considerations. What can you get where you are? There's a lot of grocery stores in this area that it's going to be dropping me off at. It's also sort of ish in the ballpark of my house. And mainly, again, cash flow. Obviously, you want to make over $2 a mile if you can. Dotcoms will very rarely pay you out $2 a mile. Could I have got at the store a $70 shopping banger for 5 miles? Yes, I could. But there is also a relaxing part of these .coms that sometimes is worth it, because you could just crank your music. You could just crank your music and vibe for 2 hours, really doing very minimal work. It's literally just drive, stop, and on the right order, you can get a tangible amount of money. So they are sometimes fun to do every now and then. But again, in the words of Drew Carey and Bob Barker, if the price is right. So we're still on our way to number 1. It was about a 20-minute head start to the first address. So we're still heading there, and then again, 16 orders to drop off. Pro tip on the .coms: try to get a head start on your next order, and this applies to flex orders as well. I already have the name in my head. I don't know exactly what it is off the top of my head. It's very hard when you're trying to go quick to organize your stuff, but if you can kind of keep an eye in your head of, all right, this is here, use your memory, it'll really help you pick up, especially depending where you're ordering. Where you're dropping off. Where I am dropping off on this set of where I'm dropping off on this, in this town, is very consolidated, narrow streets, houses very tight together, so you don't want to be parked in a weird spot for any longer than you have to. So anything that you can do to prep yourself to make your next drop easier is going to be advantageous. But as you saw, literally you just scan, you drop off, you move on. As far as I know, customers can't even rate you on these, so as long as you don't literally screw up, lose a package, or steal everything, you really cannot fail these. So 2 down, 14 to go. Little interjection, after you finish an order, I'll have to blur this out, but you start your next order and then it does tell you the rest of the orders that you have in the list. So as I was saying earlier, that's the best time to plan ahead your trip for your next order. Again, you don't want to waste too much time, but anything is a blessing. It does tell you in the app when the estimated drop-off is. Back in the day, I don't feel like that number was as accurate, because I used to be like 30 minutes to 45 minutes ahead of schedule, but I'm like right on the minute on all of these. Supposed to be at the next drop at 11:38, and I'm on pace for 11:37. So this very well may be accurate. I think we're near halfway. So this might be pretty accurate, that this might actually take us to 2.5 hours, which would take us till about 1 o'clock Eastern. I don't know why I just said Eastern, as if it matters in a recorded video. But yeah, so that would mean we have about 1.5 hours to do this. Should be doable, but I want to do it faster. Let's go. I think we're pretty close to going over the Cape Cod Canal bridges, which is a pretty nice scenery over here, but it's also 25 miles away from my store, so just lets you know how far that a .com can take you out of the zone. But enough yabbering, more delivering. What is the problem? May have saw that order for some reason was not scanning. I did make sure it was the right one. I had to go swipe up, type in the item number. On the bottom of the receipt, there's always a number. It starts with an A, a W, something. You type in that number, it overrides the barcode. Might have problems like that in low service areas, so always look out for that. The barcodes are not always perfect, and sometimes you don't have good service, and admittedly the Spark app's not great in low service areas. The waste, I want you and your beautiful soul, you're the one I wanna chase. Come on. Anybody who lives in Massachusetts or has visited will know I'm about to go over the Bourne Bridge, and red, there is always traffic. It's still close enough to summertime that for some reason people like being out here and visiting. So luckily the way back will be easy, but coming here, yeah, we're stuck on a little bit of traffic, but we're still making good time. All right, this one was weird. It was 3 packages, which is normal. But you can see drop off order, drop off order, drop off order. I actually had to do 3 separate pictures for it. That was weird. So again, little anomalies you'll see, nothing that is game changing, but just stuff you gotta watch out for. To quote whoever sings Eye of the Tiger, I know someone's gonna yell at me. Wait, Eye of the Tiger? It is Eye of the Tiger.
You big dummy.
It's the final countdown. We got 2 to go. 2 to go. Next one is a half mile away. My suspicion says the last one's probably like 7 more miles away. It's usually how it is, always is on the dotcom. The last order is usually the one that murders you. But we're almost done. And then we'll summarize our findings and experiences. Let's go. Just as I suspected, 5 miles for this little tiny ass package. 5 more miles. I hope this is like I don't even know what the most expensive thing that is in this could be, but I hope that that's it. Because if this is like a thing of beef jerky, I'm gonna be so pissed that I'm driving this far for a thing of beef jerky. It doesn't even tell you anymore. When you look at Spark, everything is blank, and that's part of the reason why I stopped doing these too. It's because when you look at the items on these, they're grayed out for privacy. I don't know if I took a screenshot of anything like that, but it does not tell you what the items are, which you'll say that's fine. No other app like Flex doesn't tell you. But here's the thing, you could be delivering a bike, humongous totes, grills I've seen, and you'll say, well, it tells you that it's a bulky item. It tells you that a lemon is a bulky item, or a little chicken pot pie is a, you can't always believe it. So this could be a friggin' $800 thing, or it could be $1.99. I don't know. But we're 8 minutes away from finishing this, and this is the one that's gonna drive me even further into the middle of nowhere. Gotta love it!
Nice.
We are done with our first dotcom, finished at 12:40. I think I said we started at 10:25. So that was an hour and 15 minutes. So we finished about 15 minutes ahead of schedule. Yeah, quoted 2 hours 31. So we finished 16 minutes early. I will give Spark credit. Timing was relatively accurate. I didn't have any delays. I didn't have any service issues. I didn't have to contact support. I didn't have trouble finding anything. So it was really as perfect as you could get it to be, and I finished pretty close to the time they advertised. Now, to ask for yourself, is a dotcom order worth it? If you got this dotcom order, would it be worth it to you? Well, was it worth it to me? I'm gonna say yes. Because I'm probably going home after this. It's almost 1 o'clock. I gotta grab my kids around 3. It's not, I mean, I'll try to find something local, but I'm not going back to Walmart. The Walmart for me, if I was planning on doing Spark, not worth it. Now, if you want to make it worth it for you, ask yourself these questions. Are you looking to go back to your Walmart and Spark from your original store? This is how far the Walmart is for me, 25 miles away. So would $90 be worth it to you for a 75-mile round trip? That's a decision you have to make. For me, I'm 15 miles away from my house right now. So 90 for 65, that's still including round trip, about $1.30 a mile, $1.40 a mile, including my commute back on dead miles. I'll say that's worth it. But if you're willing to dash in that area, so ask yourself, are you willing to dash or do other orders on different apps in the area that it brings you to? If you are, and you'll be willing to try to, you know, gig your way back, it's worth it. So if an order is going to take you far away, even for high pay, you have to consider and be willing to make it work on other platforms while you're out, unless you luck out and the order is headed home for you. So hopefully any of that made sense. I didn't write it scripted, so I don't even know if it made sense to me. But that's all we're gonna do for this video. My first Walmart.com of 2025, and realistically since about 2023, the first time I've done one. I'll say it's worth it. If I get one comparable to this again, of a comparable pay, I'll probably do it again. But if it's your first time, again, like, share, comment, subscribe. You know, I always am out here giving you my tips and tricks, taking you along for the rides, taking you for some travel adventures as well. But we are growing this slowly. We are having fun doing it. Let's see if we can bring some more friends along for the ride. Let me know in chat. We did a live stream yesterday. Well, a couple days ago prior to me recording this. If you're interested, I'll do another one. And we'll try to do that as a regular thing, maybe even in the car. But either way, this is Cruisin' with Corey. Corey out.